Important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.
What do I buy? People have no idea what to buy and or what to do. So we've come together with this called the sampler kit. Gives you a little bit of everything. We have over 500 products, but this is like a sampler kit to be able to make organic chocolate, salad dressings.
Basically, anything you would want to eat, you could find within this club. Anything. Yeah. Savory foods, sweet foods, salty foods.
Some really cool herbs like macuna. Find some of that. Okay. How about ashwagandha? What's that for? That's for your brain. Remember, part of this is consciousness, isn't it?
Well, I have to say, too, some of these foods we've heard of before. Obviously, the cacao, we have MSM, we have maca. These aren't just ordinary superfoods that we've grown accustomed to. These are the superfoods that you're going to find in, say, Whole Foods, unless they are ultimate superfoods. These are the top line foods, the best of the best. And Robert Williams, I don't know if you're in here, Robert, he is an absolute genius, a bigger genius than I've ever met as far as being able to source the best foods.
Yeah, where's Robertito? He's a Robertito.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams. Robertito. Viene.
Basically, Robert has spent the last few years traveling the world, finding these incredible, incredible foods. And every time I go to Dr. Cassar's house, I mean, he's making smoothies, adding all these different things together. I mean, even just like things like turmeric that we think that we really understand and know about, this takes it to a whole nother level. And the vanilla bean, I mean, this stuff is just incredible.
Yeah, remember, these aren't regular. That's why it says real, raw, ground vanilla beans in a non-phthalate, reusable plastic package. That's special. Can't find that anywhere. If you can, it's very rare. Turmeric. Whoa, don't get this on your clothes because throw it out. This is medicinal turmeric. And that's one of the things I have a little yellow tune to me because this stuff is genius. It really is. You want to stay healthy? Eat a half a teaspoon of this in your salad dressing every night. Whoa.
The agave nectar. Real raw agave nectar. Clear agave nectar. Notice how you can almost see through it.
Okay, and I'm not going to bag on any other agaves, but I want you to be able to be a researcher, and I want you to be an experimenter. I want you to go know that you're going to find a cactus plant. No, it's not from cactus. People think this is from cactus. It's a succulent. So go find a succulent agave plant, get a knife and cut off one of its arms, and if you can show me that it's brown that comes out, especially dark brown, because a lot of us have been sort of hoodwinked on this because a lot of the companies don't know how to figure out how to make it so it doesn't turn into tequila, man. And not only that, they mix sometimes things in it, and that's the unadulterated. This is so heavy. This is, man, this thing, baby's how heavy that is. It's not a gallon. It's like you know, it's like the difference between aluminum versus cast iron. There is a difference. They look the same, but whoa, why? Because it's got tons of minerals in it. So, and you can see when you shake this like this too. The cool thing is that you know the minerals in it. How much? Look at the bubbles and all this stuff. And this is the sugar that I tell people. If you want to clean up your act, take this sugar and get rid of every other sugar for right now. Okay? Why? Well, high fructose corn syrup / mercury poisoning is up to you if you want to keep on taking it. Okay? Remember, it's in everything. High fructose corn syrup is in everything. I don't care if it's Halloween candy, I don't care if it's your popular drink, or maybe it's just something that you think that just bread doesn't have sugar. High fructose corn syrup has snuck its way into just about everything. So exchanging all your sugars for one sugar, and this is super sweet, so you don't use much. And remember, sugar's to be actually tasted. Don't swallow it so fast. It goes to, remember, all glucose turns to, all of it turns to acid. This is not just sugar, it's actually, I call it more of a mineralized sugar. Okay, but sugar by itself, like white sugar, is demineralized, and when you take it, you have to process it. It's acid, it's a pH of 1. pH of 2, like coffee, takes, like Coca-Cola has a pH of 2.5 or so, and it takes 32 glasses of an alkaline water, 32 glasses just to neutralize one Coca-Cola. And if you don't drink all that water and neutralize it, then your body has to figure out how to neutralize it. And so what you're trying to do is shut off all demineralized foods and actually make your foods that you're going to have. You're going to have sugar and have mineralized sugar. Coconut oil. You change all your oils for one oil for right now until you get it down. Okay, sure you can use Brazil nut oil, sure you can use all different ones. Find them, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for other oils that are mature before they go ahead and actually process them. Every day people say, what do you do? Well, a lot of people are drinking tea. This is one of the best teas we found out here right now. It's actually a yerba mate. I try to get the detoxificational products for us instead of the toxificational products that we find everywhere. And so this is what I share with people, how to exchange. Remember, everything's in exchange. If you're a coffee maker, this is what way more power if you want the caffeine than any type of coffee you can ever have. Robert Williams, where are you? You're supposed to come up here. Robert Tito, he's hiding. And
I think we should just kind of talk about what we're doing here. Basically, I've had more questions and more emails, more phone calls in the last 3 to 4 months about Dr. Cassar and what he's up to than pretty much all of my other emails and phone calls put together. And so what we put together is not just a way for people to get wholesale prices on these amazing superfoods, but also to get access to exactly what he's up to. I mean, what he just shared right now is a thin fraction. It's a tiny little percentage of basically the things that he's doing every single day. Some of it's a lot easier, some of it's a little more advanced, a little more difficult. Some of the stuff he can't share because, again, we have to kind of rise to the occasion before we're able to really be able to do some of those things. So basically what we've been working on together is creating a way for everybody to get access to the best foods, the best technology, not just what we eat, but the devices that we can use. For instance, these meters, yoga swings, some of the gua sha tools, some of the EMF devices, protection devices. I mean, creating the best bed ever. I don't know if anybody has ever had the opportunity to see Dr. Cassar's bed. Literally, he's not exaggerating. You touch the mattress, you get a shock. In fact, he'll touch the mattress and then touch me, and I got a shock when I was videotaping.
Body electric, it goes through me, charges my chi up, and if I can touch you and it barely shocks, touch the bed for 15 minutes, lay on it, and let's touch it again. You go finger to finger like this, and it goes sparks off with a blue spark this big, and nothing's plugged into the wall because we use electric of the planet.
No electricity. It's not plugged in any place.
It's not touching anything. We're using ethereal energy to accumulate it, to be able to make it go into a rock, and it goes to our bodies and charges our battery up and goes ding ding. Sparks, because we both have chi.
Earth electrics, basically.
And if you lose your electricity, you lose your grounding. That's why a lot of these grounding things are very valid. Okay? How do you get magnetized? You gotta have minerals. Okay? What's agave powder? It's inulin. How do you stimulate your aerobic bacteria? Those are the good guys. Those are the light workers inside your gut. There's more of them supposedly when you're healthy than any other neuron in your system. More neurons in your gut than there is anywhere. Okay? Except for the man who got his circumcised. That was the highest amount of electrical neuronal tissue in you. And I don't think it has anything to do because you don't know how to clean it. Okay? Now, that's the whole esoteric system. Now, we're all actually seeing the truth, and actually the truth is pretty cool. Organic agave powder. Ingredients, 100% organic blue agave inulin. Inulina in Espanol. Okay? And inulina is very important because this is genius because it feeds. It's a probiotics, it's a pre-bacteria food to grow. So when you start taking this stuff and sometimes agave, whoa, you get gas because you got a fight going on in your stomach. You got aerobic bacteria that are whooping ass on anaerobic bacteria.